Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel GH247 News, wherever you are. Ladies and gentlemen, what a time to be a Ghanaian. Beautiful moments in our life, exciting things are happening on the continent of Africa, and Ghana is leading the way. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, is in the UK, United Kingdom, and he's been speaking, and he met with the Ghanaian community. I love what I have heard from His Excellency. The questions and answer period, he answered brilliant. This man is a communicator. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he is a communicator. I will not be speaking much. I would love you to watch him. But look, guys, Ghanaians were excited to welcome His Excellency. But before we continue, look at these guys protesting. NPP, like Kevin Taylor would say, every year it looks like NPP, they have a contest where the winner, is like they have a contest of the most, how do you call it, entertaining, how to select, let me use the word in quote, foolish people. They are communicators. They act sometimes as if, just imagine, in today's Ghana, with all the good news, the fresh air, the excitement in the air, with Ghanaians being evacuated from South Africa, the world is celebrating Ghana, and we have these few people. Somebody said, she said millions of them protesting.
You are disgraced. You are a scammer. I just want to finance minister in January. Everybody's suffering.
In his rightful sense or senses, will be doing this, if not for only NPP. Ladies and gentlemen, now, under the leadership of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, even as you are seeing the pictures from the event ground rolling on your screen, under the leadership of His Excellency, the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, Ghana is rebuilding confidence. And that is why someone like me, I'm here, attracting investment and creating opportunities for sustainable growth. Yes, indeed, Ghana is open for business and ready for partnership. If you listen to His Excellency, from the floods in Accra, Ghana, to the energy sector, to the economy, to every area of Ghana's economy, to the Ghanaian well-being, the well-being of Ghanaians, at a point, he even started by saying, let me drop my speech notes. Let me go. Let me speak to you, Ghanaians, one-on-one. And it looks like the man has knowledge about everything. His Excellency, the President of Ghana, he knows everything that is happening in Ghana. Oh, when some people were telling the Greater Accra Regional Minister, the lady, when she made a statement of transferring the DCEs and MCEs to the north, I didn't know the president even heard that story. But he pretended as if he didn't hear it. He said it clearly. He said, when the honorable minister erred by making that statement, he said, they will not be transferred, but they will be sacked. Those MCs and DCs, they will be sacked. They will not be transferred from Accra to the north. He was also asked about some of his ministers partying over the weekends, like Saturday going for party and celebrating Saturdays and Sunday. And he was like, he has not seen any of his ministers going to parties, except that some of them, their birthdays, maybe few friends will gather and buy cake and they want to celebrate a birthday. After a few minutes, they go back to their work. Guess what? I saw, is it National Service Secretariat boss, right? I saw her cutting cake in her office with few friends celebrating. His Excellency, the President, is on top of his job. He knows everything any of his appointees are doing at every moment. He's aware. You cannot deceive him. I'm not too sure how he's been briefed on every issue, but even if any minister coughs, he's aware. Let me not say much. I want you to watch the videos to the end and come to conclusion. Listen, as we speak, the Honorable Foreign Affairs Minister is also working hard. He is working hard. And he is equally, as we speak, he's in Korea. This week, over 600 Ghanaians will be evacuated from South Africa back to Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, let me not say much. I want you to watch all the videos to the end. Enjoy it and let me hear from you in the comment section.
Accra is not an engineering problem. It is just a problem. The flooding in Accra is not an engineering problem. It is just a problem of indiscipline. It's not an engineering problem, it's a problem of indiscipline. We have drains, and everybody says, why don't you do sealed drains? But the problem is, when we do sealed drains, people drink sachet water, they eat papaya in those styrofoam plastics, and they just dump them anywhere. And these plastics wash into the drain, and they go and block the drain. And so if you have to unclog the drain, you have to remove all the drain covers and clean it out. You clean it out, you cover it again. In the next 3, 4, 5 months, they have clogged again. But that is not even the major problem. The major problem is the location of Accra. You have the Kwapim mountain range, and you have the Atlantic Ocean. Before people came to Accra, you had the Lafa stream, you had the Densu, you had the Sakumo stream, you had the Kole stream, you had the Odo stream. All of them were rainwater that falls in the mountains that flow through to the Atlantic Ocean. Then you come and build a city in the path of those streams. What do you expect the streams to do? And even if you build, leave the causeways. If you come to London, you see the canals in the city. If you go and build a house in that canal, where will the water go? It will go back into people's houses. Unfortunately, Nanan Misremu, our traditional rulers are selling plots in streams. It's not this Nananum I'm talking about. We have places they call Ramsar sites. These Ramsar sites are wetlands. And they say that migratory birds come from Europe during the winter. They come and spend vacation with us in Africa. Then when they finish the vacation and it's summer, they fly back. And they decided to protect the Ramsar sites because of the migratory birds. But let me tell you what the Ramsar sites do. They are wetlands. So when they receive the water from the Kwapim mountain range, the Ramsar sites are huge wetlands. So they absorb the water into the wetlands and discharge the water gradually into the ocean. So if you build and you fill and build, you fill and build, you fill and build, you are reducing the size of the Ramsar site, of the wetland. And so when the water comes, what is left cannot contain the water. And so it will overflow and flood people's houses. I've seen from the air, helicopter, a stream coming from the Kwapim range, and then it reaches somewhere and they've built across it. And so the stream has nowhere to continue. So it will flood your houses and flood houses of people behind. Now, when government takes action and begins breaking people's houses out of the waterway, the same people will say, hey, abayin tumo diun, hey, obi fie fe send ni ebubo no. And so there's brain drain and there's brain gain. The thing, and this is what I say about migration. Somebody says, why did you come to our country? Human beings from time immemorial have been very mobile. All of us were created in Africa. Human civilization started in Africa. And then our cousins, the British, migrated and came here. The Chinese migrated and went there. Everybody migrated to somewhere else. And people move for many reasons. Some for opportunity, some just want to travel and go somewhere else. And so just as you say somebody is in your country, you too, your people are in that person's country. And so in Ghana we have everybody. We have British, we have South Africans, we have Sudanese, we have everybody, and we're living together. So I think that it is that diversity, and our elders say, "Yediahoho ne chichiri crew." For those of you who know that, Yediahoho and a chichiri crew, because ahoho come sometimes with investment, and sometimes they come with new ideas that you never thought about.
Minister, on
Yeah.